circling. I think we're live. I think we're live. Hello, V.
Hi, Mitch. How are you?
I am well. I'm well.
Good. Good.
It's good to see you. I'm
It's
going
good
to
to see
my I'm going to my Facebook page and gonna share this out. Yep, we are live. We're there. Anybody else
you.
there with us?
Screen so that I can share also.
I always love how I'm watching and it's like, what is it called? Closed caption? At least
Yes.
one person's watching. Oh, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm the only one watching us right now. Maybe it's
It's
just you and me.
like, um,
All right, let's see if anybody shows up. I
yes,
post,
today's too. So
yeah, and it was posted. It was funny because I think we had two posted. All right, Mary's here. Oh, Maria,
all right.
it's
I
like your
just
name's different. Is it? Are you going? Is it Maria or is maybe that your formal name? Because I've
it's
always
regular.
went by Mari, Mari. Well, hello, hello. There's like 17 hearts. Okay, here come some people. Hey, people, if you're coming in and you want to say hello, let us know where you're watching from. Okay, good. I so need to read. Oh, get your fingers ready. We'll tell you when it's time. But there's a good chance. I know you haven't been here in a while, so there's a real good chance. Chantal is watching. Hello, hello,
Hey.
everybody. Oh my goodness, happy Monday. And I'm trying to remember when it's Memorial Day, it's not always the most positive thing to say Happy Memorial Day because it's about the memory of those who've lost. And I will say this Publix is our big supermarket here in the Southeast.
Uh-huh.
And I was checking out and I slid my card in to pay for it. And they came over the announcement and I've never experienced this like in a store like this. And they said, ladies and gentlemen, in 19, I don't know, 71, 61.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. has, been celebrating Memorial Days for all of those who have lost and fought to save our country. If you would take 1 minute of silence, we'd appreciate it. The store, it's huge, huge grocery store, just went silent.
Oh,
And,
nice.
and I was like, boop, 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 pull my card out because I'm like, it said remove my card, so I got to move my card. And I just stood there with my bags. I stood at the end of the counter. Half the bags were still not even bagged, but like nobody was. There was maybe one or two people moving. You could hear maybe a child, but for one solid minute, and I was like, this is really beautiful to have this, to have the whole store just boom, 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 boom. Because
Reverence. Yeah.
yeah, it was really just a beautiful moment. So I take that moment and continue to share it.
Yeah.
So we went to Gatorland today.
Gator.
So yeah, 1949. Apparently they opened it up as like Snake World, and
Okay.
they were like, the story goes, people weren't going to come see snakes because they were afraid of snakes back in the 40s and 50s. And I'm like, so they named it Gatorland because that's better.
Yes.
But there are gators everywhere. I mean, I got a picture of me holding a big snake and Fabian's holding a little baby gator. The mouth is closed. And then we got
Wow.
another picture where we got to go behind the fence. And literally, I was literally less than 10 feet from a 15-foot gator that we are throwing chunks of meat to. And I'm like, selfie.
Oh
Because
my God.
and there's a Savannah. We've seen her on TV before, like Right This Minute, which is a TV show that does viral videos. And
Uh-huh.
they do one. I'm like, you're the girl that's on Right This Minute, right? She goes, yeah. So let's get a selfie with you. So we did.
I love it.
But yeah, so it was a fun day. It's if you and I tell you, Florida residents, it's like half off. It was like $14 to go in. So
Girls.
so
Okay,
we
you're
had
back.
some. Oh, you're back. Oh, did I freeze?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so it was a fun, relaxing day. You know.
Good. 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 Good.
How about you? Anything for your weekend?
Today was really chill. Yesterday we had uh the induction of the Breakfast Club. So it was like some friends of ours. There were seven of us total. And we went out and had brunch and we had an absolutely great time. Just laughs and This restaurant serves mimosas and manmosas. Manmosas are like 16-ounce mimosas, which are awesome. They have different variations of the mimosa. So that was a great time. So we got to fellowship and it's a New Orleans Cajun cuisine. And it's called the French French Toast Bistro is the name of
Oh,
it. So I had like a lobster omelet, which was amazing.
wow. I would not order that, but I would absolutely try it. Like, I'd be like, I'm gonna try before I would risk that. That's
Yeah.
like fish tacos. I don't ever order fish tacos, but I'll taste them.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
why.
Oh my God, it was so. In New Orleans, they have a seafood. One of my favorite restaurants has a seafood omelet that has like crawfish and shrimp and
Wow.
the best. But
Hey, Susanna, good to see you. It has been a long time. And Tracy and Chantal.
I know mimosas, right? Hey Tracy.
So we
So
went to, have you ever heard of Crafty Crab? It's a restaurant.
mm-mm.
I didn't know there's supposed to be a chain, but we went to the Crafty Crab last night. So they come out with this plate and it's a bag that's kind of full of hot air, and inside is crawfish,
It's
shrimp.
crawfish boil. Yep.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, we have different. We have crazy crab here and
Okay.
crabs something else. But yeah, boil in a bag is what we call them. But
Yeah.
the best crab. They have crab legs in it.
No, that I didn't order that. I got shrimp and crawfish.
Okay. Yeah. I get like king crab legs and crawfish with the sausage and the egg and the corn,
Wow.
potato. Yeah, I have to wear a whole apron because it's all like ham.
Yeah. They had a little plastic bib and plastic
Yeah,
gloves. So,
yeah,
and I'm glad I put them on because I was like, I don't need this, but oh, because then your
yeah.
hands really smell funky afterwards.
And they're like dyed from the juice.
It was good. I did like a lemon pepper was my choice, and I said mild. Make it mild because it won't last.
Yeah. Oh, yum, yum, yum. So, but
So
honestly, that's my weekend. Like we just kind of, I worked Friday and
eh,
first. Yes, so launch is happening in June, but I'm sharing up my free 3-day intuitive immersion. If anybody's interested, let me know and I can send you the deets. Um, it's happening this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we are
wow,
going to be expanding the third eye. Just to start to work on confidence, activating your confidence codes. So that's where my head has been.
cool. Well,
So yeah.
what was I was just saying? Oh, we did the Terrathon 2021, which is put on
Mhm.
by the Hermit's Cave, Simon Harrison this year. Jen's Balanced Tarot channel did it. So, I'm normally up around 5 a.m. So 5 a.m. Sunday morning, I woke up and I started listening. I think I listened to the 5 a.m. because what happens is each person does an hour on their YouTube channel, and then they throw the baton and say, okay, here's where you go next. So for 1 hour, you just jump from YouTube channel to YouTube channel. And so I'm pretty sure I got to see, I saw all the five, most of the 6 o'clock, most of the 7 o'clock. Some of the eight, the nine, and no, 9 o'clock. Yeah, some of the nine, 10, 11. I was client, this kind of thing. Then like 12, 1, 2, jumped on one of my queer men of divinations. We had one of our own going on, which is weird. And then back to another one. And then mine was at 4 o'clock. And I
Okay.
did tarot for transformation, kind of like, kind of spell working, but it's what I kind of did with StarCon, but my own version of it or a
Okay.
different version of it. It's kind of what I did at Reader Studio, kind of what I did at StarCon, but
Yeah.
something special for that group.
Okay.
So yeah, it was fun. And then after we're done here, I'll go watch a little TV with Fabian, have some coffee because at 9:30 I get on for the campfire meeting for the Terra Summer School, where it's the first where all the teachers come together, and anybody who signed up for Terra Summer School gets to pop on, and I guess maybe we talk about it. I don't know, my first one, but I'm excited.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So you're gonna enjoy it. It's nothing you need to prepare for.
Oh,
So it's just
good.
like and talking to folk and it's good times.
Yeah. So if you want to get on the Terra Summer School, go to my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, find my link and follow my link. that way all the credit comes back to me if you register. So that's cool. But yeah, so
Thank you.
yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Sunday we went to the beach and it was so relaxing. It was one of those days where because I worked the past weekend one day, and so I went to the beach on Sunday, Anna Maria Island, and Fabian went walking, and I'm just underneath the tent with all my SPF on, and and I had a book, and probably for 40 minutes I just stared at the water, and I was like, all right, this is what I need to do
Yes.
because we are officially in Mercury retrograde, people. The shadow's been going on for about maybe 10 days, but Saturday we went into retrograde. If you don't know what that is, V, you want to give them a little nutshell description?
Listen, it is when communication and electronics and anything to do with like traveling can go wonky. Mercury is the planet of communication, short term travel, electronics, technology. And so when it goes retrograde, it slows down. And all of those things can, get out of whack, so to speak. And it's a time for us to slow down. And because it starts with a re-examine, realign, reassess. Did I say re-examine? Yeah. But just to make sure you're going over things. Things may pop up during the retrograde. It's time for you to look through it again and figure out how you can work with the energy to finally let it go or whatever you need to do. But it's taking your time and slowing down.
Yeah, some of my favorite re's are reunite, reanalyze,
Mm-hmm.
rekindle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This may be the time to rekindle some love. Um,
Yes.
reboot,
Reboot.
redo.
Redo.
Yes, all the re's. It's a really good time for that. And and it's funny because probably like 5 or 10 years ago, everybody's like, "Oh my God, Mercury retrograde," and
Yeah.
then there was the whole, "Oh my gosh, Josean, how are you?"
And
Um, so you caught me off guard, Josean. um, yeah, so yeah, a couple years ago, the Mercury retrograde, people were like, people, let's not be so scared about it. It's not that, and I've always gone along the things of it's a wave of energy. You can
yeah,
ride it like a rock star, or you can let it pummel you to the ground.
exactly.
So, so ride it. Cross your T's, dot your I's.
Take your time looking over things. That's the biggest thing.
Hey,
And
Josean, we're going to be doing one card readings here in a moment. So hang tight. We'll tell you when, anybody listening, we'll tell you when to raise your hand and then we'll put you on a list. We usually get about 8 people read tonight, but like I said, we'll pull one card for each of us for a quick message. So give us a few more minutes and we'll get into that.
yes, yes, yes. So, but definitely look over things that, especially the way that you're communicating with other people.
Yeah.
Definitely take your time because sometimes things that you may say may come off a little more or less than what you actually intended. So it's just taking your time. So,
Yeah, this is a great time to make sure what you said was truly heard.
yeah, yeah,
That's the communication part. Oh.
yes.
And here's the other thing. This Mercury retrograde is happening when Gemini.
Oh,
I know. So Gemini is a communication sign, right? I mean, and it's a fickle communication sign.
let's
Woo. Oh my
sorry.
gosh.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So so I'm going to be reading with the Pocket of Peers Tarot tonight. V, what you reading with?
I think I probably used this last week, but I am going to be reading with the Modern Witch Tarot.
So I have to tell you something. So we're eating at a restaurant called Firebirds, and
Okay,
I'm looking at this girl and I'm going, my gosh, she looks like somebody I know. So I was like, it's not somebody I know.
the
It was
Magician.
it was this.
Uh huh.
She had hoop earrings. She
Uh
had
huh.
the little poofs. She was wearing solid black.
I love it.
And I pulled it up and I said, she walked by me and said, "Hey, I'm sorry to do this to you." I said, "But I kept looking at you thinking I knew you." And I said, she goes, and I guess even she had she what is this called? Septum.
Septum. Hmm.
So I guess the witch, because that's a magician, actually has it in the picture, but she wasn't wearing it. She goes, "I even have a septum."
I
And I was
love
like,
it.
and she was like, that is so weird. I said, well, it's a tarot deck. And I said, it's not like, I said, this is a really good one because there's a lot of melanated people in it. And she goes, oh, yeah, I know. I think she said, oh, yeah, I have one deck at home. So it was
Okay.
hysterical, but it literally looked just like her. And I was, if I'd been a little more bold, I would be like, can I take a selfie with you? Because I got to tell somebody I met the magician in real life.
I
Oh,
love it. And I this picture because I'm like, at certain times in my life, when I do wear my puffs, I can look like this, and it made me so happy because I'm a 1910 one. So this is like, it's me. I have to have it. But
oh,
so yeah. But I also love this deck. I like the card stock. Like I love the lamination feel, the
yeah.
thicker. Like, yeah. I can't
Yeah. I,
shuffle it,
I still
but
haven't broken it out yet. I was gonna do an unboxing and then I'll go. So I think I'm waiting for that.
oh, I love it. And it's all female.
Eliza's like, you Mitchell, your face is so red. I'm hot right now. Once I start laughing. And by the way, it is like 90 degrees here in Florida. So I got the AC kicked down to about 72 in this room, trying to keep me cooler. Oh,
So any kitties? Is there a kitty sighting?
um, not right now. We'll see if any of the baby kittens come in, Santiago or Stefano. So, all
Hmm.
right. So it's so funny because Eliza, are you seeing Eliza's post? I'm not seeing him here, which is weird, but I'm seeing him on my phone. I wonder if
Yes,
maybe,
about the heat.
yeah, you see him? I wonder if maybe it's because you're not quote friends on my Facebook page, but I can still see you. I can see you there. That's so weird. Yeah, sometimes it's just weird. Maybe it asked for permission and you didn't grant it. Again, I don't know. I hear there's another one called StreamYard or Yardstream that
StreamYard.
StreamYard that anytime you go on, you have to. Chantal, it's like it's 60 degrees. Yeah, it was, and I probably did get some sun today. I probably did. I was outside looking at gators all day. So yeah, I probably did get some sun. Um, yeah, so yeah, it's literally, I'm not lying. It was at least 94, 95 outside today. So welcome to Florida. It is almost June though. It is almost Pride Month. It is almost Pride Month, people. I know. I know. I
But
started posting.
and it's too late because I already bought it. If someone um that can they buy and wear Pride merchandise?
If someone, what, say again, you,
Pride. So if I am, like I said, if I'm heterosexual straight, can I? Is it wrong for me to buy Pride esque merchandise and wear it?
I'm going to say no. And I've never heard anybody, because it's not, that's not cultural appropriation, but that might be, um, what might you call it for a group of, I don't, I've never heard anybody upset that somebody who was straight wearing pride
Mhm.
stuff. Um,
Okay.
I would say I'd say do it, but if you are ever going somewhere, like if you're going to a pride event or something like that, I would say it would be cool for someone who does not identify as queer, transgender, gay or bi or any of that to have something that says like, I don't know, like straight ally or something. You know what I'm saying? The reason I
Yeah.
say, and not that that's the appropriate thing, but I know for me as a gay man, I love when I see people who are straight, quote, supporting. It is what it is. It's like we walked around the neighborhood and we were talking down the street to this couple. It's so funny because the husband's name was Larry. I'm like, I know how to remember that name because it was gray hair and he had some longer like braids, and I don't think they were
Uh-huh.
dreads, but braids in the back. I was like, I know how to remember that. And then Janelle was the woman's name. But they kind of we started talking about kind of Christianity and some like Jehovah Witnesses because there were some of them in town, and
Mhm.
they identified as Christians. And at one point, the woman says, "And by the way, we're good Christians. We love y'all." So it was one of those things where I thought it was so sweet that she was like, she felt like, oh, we identified ourselves as Christian, but we were just talking about a group or sect of Christians that would not approve of my lifestyle, being married to a man, et cetera, et cetera. So it was funny how she did that. I was like, that just is nice. It's nice. So
The reason I ask is because the Coach outlet had an awesome purse, and it's like their Pride stuff. So it's like it's like a tan, and so the C's on it are like rainbow colored. It's a crossbody, so the strap is like a rainbow crossbody strap, and I was just like, this is so cute, and I bought it. So I was just wondering.
yeah, no, I'm. Anybody else in the crowd that's gay want to chime in on this? Uh, hey, Judy, doing well tonight? Let's see.
So,
Who else chimed in? Judy says my daughter wears gay pride stuff all the time. Cool. And then
and they
Chantel's of course,
do it.
an enabler. Do it. Buy
Yeah.
it.
So,
Oh,
but there was a donation, so there's a proceed going to a foundation. So I was like, that's great.
that's even
Awesome.
better. That's even better.
Yes, I've been seeing the Pride collection on Coach website. It's nice. Yes, Erica. See, I'm not alone. I got the camera bag with the crossbody camera bag. So yeah.
Oh my, I love it. We at the Terrathon over this weekend. I can't remember if it was Elaine that did it, but somebody did tarot in the media, and they went back to a 1960s film. They went back to a James Bond film, and then of course we got to live the what was the tarot inspired collection of clothing. Um, it's a big name that you would know, like Coach,
Louis,
like huh?
wait,
Maybe
is it
Louis
Louis,
Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton?
Do they do clothes or is that just purses and stuff? Anyway, it was not Halston. Anyway, but there was an entire collection and this 15-minute video inspired by like the majors. It was just amazing.
Oh, who did I see?
It was
Rebecca
dark.
Burrell. Rebecca Burrell. I think she's with the WDA. Her husband bought her the tarot Louboutins. There are
Wow.
there are red bottom tarot heels.
Wow.
I know though. Like first off, Louboutins first off are a pretty penny, but tarot inspired. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
wow. So
Ooh, so there's Jonathan James Daly. Uh-oh. Okay, somebody's calling me on my messenger. Sorry, I'm in the middle of something. So
Eliza,
Jonathan James Daly, what's up?
Eliza
Aloha.
they're by, but yes, be wary. But if you get hit on, you're on your own. No, you get hit on. Um, you gotta own it gently. Oh, no worries. Yes, definitely. And rainbows represent the Jesse Jackson thing. It's the Rainbow Coalition.
Yeah.
So
Oh, all right. So V, you ready
yes,
to get some
I
names?
am.
So everybody listen up. And by the way, everybody, Jonathan James Daly and I did Terrathon 2021 over the weekend. If you go to YouTube and you put hashtag Terrathon 2021, you can see all the videos. And Jonathan, if you could type that in, or you can even put your own link there if you want. Jonathan, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was too late. I got up at 5 a.m. yesterday morning. Yours was like 11 p.m. my time. And I've been out with my hubby all day. Of course, we've chatted some today. You know where I've been watching Gators. So, and also Jonathan and I, we realized, first of all, we realized we're opposites. He's Virgo and Pisces. And then, like, at some point, we are talking about, like, boobs and stuff. And you know me, and I was like, I don't want boobs. And I was like, I am gay. And then we both simultaneously posted the same GIF.
I love it.
So we are really connected. So all right, so everybody listen up. So if this is your first time here, get your finger ready. If you were here 2 weeks ago, maybe wait just a moment. There's not a lot of people tonight, so you might get a reading. But if you were more than 4 weeks ago and you haven't had a reading from us in a while, here's what you do to get a reading. We're going to take 8. That means total of 8. We're going to take 8 people as they come in. V's going to shout them out to me. You need to write the word me. M-E. If you put it in capitals, even better. So type the word me if you want a reading. That gives us permission to give you a reading. We need to see the word me, M-E. So type that in, get it in quickly.
All right, you ready?
Yes, that's what gives us permission.
All right, first up is Maria. Hold on. Maria, Monica, Hosian, Denise.
Oh, did you get Judy?
Yep, just said Judy.
Okay. Oh, you froze.
Susanna. Oh, Susanna.
Did you just say, oh, Susanna?
No. Eliza.
Okay. We've got, so I've got, here's what I've got. Ma- Maria, Monica, Josean, Denise, Judy, Susanna. So I've got
Yes.
room for two more. Who comes after that?
Eliza. Eliza.
Eliza, got it.
And Nicole.
And Nicole. All right, those are the eight. All right, so those are the eight. Hey, Mike, happy birthday. So here's what we've got. So let me read off 1 through 8 again. So Maria, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, because now I'm like, yeah, Maria. I'm gonna go with Maria. So Maria, Monica, Josean, Denise, Judy, Susanna, Eliza, Nicole. That's 1 through 8. If you are not on my list, then what you do is piggyback on, choose a number 1 through 8, and then you piggyback on their reading. We will say their name will work with their energy, but trust that the message will also resonate with you. And like many people who come here, almost every single message often resonates with them.
Hmm.
So we're going to dive right in because I just looked at the clock and I'm like, have we been talking for 30 minutes?
We have.
We have.
We,
So we can get through this. We can get through 8. So
we
we're
got
going to
this.
start with Maria first. So whoever, yes, Mike, is it your birthday? All right. So Maria, we're going to pull one card for each of you. Anybody who chose number 1, this is for you. Hey, if you're watching us in the replay, then just pick a number 1 through 8 and trust that it will mean something to you. Chantal's going with 4. I'm going to
I'm going
go with 5. What are you going with?
5, of course. Yes.
Okay, me and V.
All right. So Maria, for you, I have this Queen of Cups. All right. So this Queen of Cups here is about, your intuition. It's about allowing for flow. It's time for you to start to look at where you need to be more fluid. I don't know if there's a lot of rigidity that you have going on in your life right now, or being unflexible or unbendable. But this is talking about look to your sense of being fluid to allow for. If there's some changes that you're wanting to make, you have to have the ability to move with the changes that are happening. Anytime that you stop and get really rigid, then you bring more pain, suffering, and all of that uncomfortableness upon the self. Okay. So use your intuition, figure out where you're needing to open up to allow accordingly. If you need to talk to someone about it, definitely go for that. Okay. So, Queen of Cups.
All right, and from me, the Page of Swords. And Spirit saying journal as well. So this may be a really good time to get your thoughts down on paper. The pages are often about learning, understanding, growth, especially of things that are of the mind, thought, logic, and reason. But I really keep feeling like it's very important for you right now to kind of like, take some time to put your thoughts down. And this may be penning and writing letters to some people where you need to, do some forgiving, some questioning, some, remending. We're in retrograde, so this could be a great time to review, renew, mend, take care of some things from the past. But I love that this person is, sitting on the steps, looking straight into the camera, kind of a thing. So, face things head on right now too. Coupled with what V said, I think this would be a really good reading for you. So, all right. So let us know, anybody who chose number 1, and Maria, let us know how that worked with you. And then Jonathan James Daly. Okay, there's the link for the segment, for your segment of Tarathon. Yay! Full description, everything is there.
Sweet.
So I did screenshot, Jonathan, I did screenshot your spread because I was like, I'm going to use this. I'm going to ask permission first. Oh, we have a kitty sighting. Hi, sweet boy. You want to come say hello? You want to say hi? So this is Santiago. Hi, sweet boy.
Where's Santiago? It's getting so big.
I know, I know. So yeah. So
Oh,
Santiago and his brother Stefano. All right, so that was Maria. So Monica is next.
all right, Monica.
And
Oh,
hopefully, one reason why I've been keeping the office closed is I don't want them to mess things up.
I get it. All right, so for Monica, I have a pop out of jumper. Here we have the King of Swords. All right, so this is saying that it's time for you to make that decision. You know, you're already dead set on what it is that you want to do. Stand in that. Have confidence in your decision. All right. I feel like this is something that you've kind of mulled over, and you know, it's funny. It's like you know what the outcome of the decision is, but you're just kind of sitting on it for a minute. This is saying it's time for you to be active, for you to actually communicate what your decision is finally. All right. You've had time to mull it over, to get comfortable with it, and now it's about speaking it and sharing it with authority. Okay. You have the plan, you have all the ideas lined up. You can answer any question that comes your way from expressing it. So stand in your power and do so. Okay.
All right, and from me, ooh, the Three of Swords. I love it. And as you stand in that power, let it out. It's a great time to release. It's so funny. I'm also being drawn once again to the book next to this person. I think is this Judy? I think
Trudy.
that Trudy. Yeah. So I think it's another one to do a little writing. I did get the Ace of Swords before we started, so that's interesting. We're getting a lot of stuff about scribing things down, writing things. But the Three of Swords is about releasing. And again, we're in retrograde. So this is a great time to release the stuff that's been aching and weighing on your heart. Now, this card is
Mm-hmm.
really interesting because I'm going to be blunt here. This one it's like rather than lunged into the heart, it's almost like it's lunged into kind of the groin area for me, which
Mm-hmm.
is that reproductive, that birthplace. So, if there's anything that you've given birth to or need to release the idea of giving birth to, this would be a good time where there's some pain from past things that you've given birth to or tried to. Now's a good time to speak it. And when my voice cracks like that, also you need to release whatever's stuck. Have we all been to that place where we're just trying to cry so hard and it hurts so bad right here? And I
Yep.
mean, literally, the physical pain right here. You know what that is, right? It's because you're not letting it out. It's coming up, and it's like I'm not going to let it out. And I
Yep.
haven't. I've had that feeling like maybe twice in my in the last 20 years since I've done this work, because I literally will just scream when I feel it, because I'm like, I will not let this. It's literally like an overflowing toilet that if you don't get it clean, unclogged, it's going to just wreck the whole house.
Yep.
So yeah, so powerful message there, Monica, and anybody who chose number two. Okay, good. Thanks. It
Good.
hits 100% beautiful. And I'm so drawn. Where's some blue? Where's some blue for that throat chakra? And also be aware of any messages that might be coming through to you, because that's where the clear audience, the clear hearing comes into
Mm-hmm.
that throat chakra as well. So that was number two in Monica. We're going to Hosea, number three.
All right.
Anybody who
Let's see.
chose number three? By the way, Judy, when a cat lets you sticks his butt in your face, that's a very good sign. They trust you. She said he because Santiago showed his butt to us.
Yes. All right. So for you, Hussein, I have the Seven of Wands. All right. And so the Seven of Wands is about, standing your ground and protecting um, yourself and what's yours, anything that has come from you. Okay. There may be people that are not keen on what you are into or what you are doing, but it's not for them to understand, stick their nose in, offer opinion for. So this is really about you being strong and warding off everyone that's, trying to change what it is that you're doing or offer some advice that you unsolicited that you never asked for. And you showing your sense of strength and power in what you believe in. Stand your ground in that. All right. This is an energy card here with this with the wands. um
That's
Fight
Leo
for what
energy.
you know There's no need for you to back down. Your convictions are strong, so go for it. Okay.
And that's Leo energy as well. Hey, Cheryl Ryder. And then Joseon from me, the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. You know, oftentimes I'll say, get quiet, turn inward, but this is not that time. This is the time I'm literally seeing you. This is your time to come out of your hermit phase. This is your time to come out of the dark. The lantern is right there shining. There's a little sacred geometry, that kind of nautilus image. I forget the what that's called. It's the ratio. It's like 1.78 something.
Mm-hmm.
Fibonacci ratio. But yeah, so now is the time to move. It's time to get out. It's like you're done. Again, I keep seeing you coming out of your bedroom, your office, your place of creation, of thought, and go along with what V said too about protecting what's yours. And interesting that you had 7 of Wands, right, V?
Yes.
7 of Wands is often somebody, most decks, it's like they're walking in a door and they're surprised. They're carrying 1 wand, but there's 6 wands there. So sometimes it's like, oh, surprise, and sometimes people say, oh, it's like a birthday surprise or something surprise, but also it can be a negative surprise, walking into your house and somebody's there that's not supposed to be there, or someone taking your stuff or just being in your space. But yeah, it's definitely time to kick the door down and and bust out. So yeah. Yeah, it's time to move. You've done your thinking. Get out there. So Joseon, anybody who chose number 3, I hope that resonates with you. Let us know. Stefano, and Stefano doesn't come
Hi.
up much. He always does
Look at
that
those eyes.
because he sees himself. He's so drawn to people on the screen.
Hi.
Hi, sweet
Hi,
boy.
buddy.
So I don't like to say he's skittish. I'd like to just say he's got his own thing. He comes to you when he wants to come to you, and when he doesn't, he's off on his own. Joseon, you're
Yeah.
welcome.
You're welcome.
The golden ratio, aka Sectile Diviana. Isn't it like 1.78? It's a ratio of like a tree will grow and then a branch will sprout. And it's also like our facial ratios where our arms are on the body. It's just a ratio that appears in nature that is fascinating. So look up what Jonathan said if you want to find more. So all right, Denise is number 4. And anybody else who chose number 4, here we come. Yeah, he did come to say hello. And I do
It's one.
think, oh, you're
Huh?
frozen. Sorry. You were frozen. So I didn't know you were talking.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think, I don't know if I said that last time, but ever since the little boys came to us, Fabian and I both, one day, we both kind of looked at each other. And he's like, I keep wanting to call Stefano a girl. I said, me too. And then one day I'm like, oh my gosh, what if it's a little trans girl, a trans cat? Because I feel like, because here's the thing, I've never seen a cat do this, but he will be just going to town on his penis. Like he just licking, 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 licking. And one day I went, he probably is thinking, what is this? This is not what I signed
Oh,
up for. So I really feel like he might be a trans feline. I
oh,
know,
sweet.
I know. Ah, he's definitely a healer with those white paws. He's a healer. So, all right,
Uh,
back to you, Denise.
all right. So, Denise, for you, I have this beautiful 10 of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card of abundance, of family gathering, of wealth, of, your health, your family, your finances, the whole shebang. Okay. This makes me feel like there's this full circle thing that has happened. Like you've either, some investments have come to fruition, or I feel like there's been work to get to this feeling of foundation of strength, so to speak. And now you're kind of sitting and basking in that place. All right. So definitely celebrate while you are here. But knowing that it's going to be time for you to get ready to begin another journey. Okay. So it's like you've hit the end of the road. And so you are at the celebration station. So celebrate, have a great time, pat yourself on the back for the efforts that you have put forth to get to where you are. But just know that pretty soon you're going to have to say, okay, what's the next plan or what's the next journey, so that you can continue to build upon this wealth and abundance. Okay.
And then Denise, from me, 5 of Cups. So this is very interesting card because it's very different with Shaheem.
Mhm.
Shaheem, I'm pronouncing it right. I feel like it's got a beautiful the reflection from them is just so beautiful because often the 5 of Cups is about releasing emotions, a little downtrodden, emotionally upset. But I feel like Shaheem is looking in the mirror, addressing what needs to be addressed. So I would say, you know, with regards to what V said, realize those things, coins, material stuff in the world, you
Mhm.
probably realize they don't bring you the happiness, but addressing and learning the life lessons and the growth and experiencing everything you can, not pushing the emotions aside and the thoughts and the feelings, but dealing with them. I think that this what's so beautiful about this, and I think Shaheem is real into shadow work like I am. And this picture just makes me feel like do a little shadow work. And shadow work is basically, looking internal and seeing what kind of emotions and things are going on there that you're not dealing with, or that, they're the darker things inside of us that we don't want to believe are part of us, and
Mhm.
we often will see them and point them out in everybody else. But we realize one day that, oh, that's me that I'm really dealing with, and that's what I need to deal with. So, all right, Denise, I hope that made some sense. I felt like I rambled on that one for you. And when I do that, I often think, am I confused about my message, or is just this a confusing time for you as well? Because as I'm tapping into your energy. So Spirit, this is from Spirit. Trust where you are is the right place to be right now. I keep seeing like you can't even see 10 feet in front of you right now, and that's okay. Take a couple steps, wait for the fog to clear, take a couple steps, let your eyes adjust, take a couple steps, let the path appear. And I'm being shown that old image of like, you're holding all these bricks and you're like, why do I have all these bricks? I'm like, oh, because lay them down, they're your pathway. They're what take you to the next step. So there you go.
Yep.
So Denise, you're welcome. Thank you. All right.
You
Judy,
need-
Mitch, V, we're all jumping on Judy. This is number 5.
All right. Let's see here.
Woo, ooh, the 4 of Swords flew out. Hey, Carrie Paris.
Right. All right. Here we have Nine of Pentacles. All right. And so this Nine of Pentacles, I love it because she's like standing in her garden. She's got carrots in her hand, little birds on her head. So this is about creating. Oh my gosh, are you
It,
kidding?
it flew,
Double?
well, no, it just flew out of the deck. So I had to show you.
What? All right. Well, we're here talking about this double sense of I'm gonna keep it still.
Yeah.
Even if you put something else. This double sense of us being able to create security and stability, foundation and grounding for self. Okay. She has able to eat from the fruits of her labor. All right. So this is talking about, you just doubling down in whatever efforts that you have been doing to create stability and security for yourself. You will always be rewarded. You will always be abundant, fluid, the whole nine. You'll always be able to eat, so to speak. Okay. Um, yeah, there's a sense of independence, you being able to take care of yourself. So remind yourself whenever you're stuck or you're feeling as though like I can't do this, I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So I hope that resonates for you.
And for us. And then from
And for
me,
us.
oh, the Death card. Woo, come on. So, yeah, it's a nice time to let go. It's a nice time to put to rest, to lay things down that are truly not serving you anymore. And
Mm,
I keep hearing from spirits, oh, I might cuss, stop fighting shit. Stop fighting it. Get in the river and flow.
yeah.
The beautiful thing about this image is you see what's up in the background? The sun coming through those 2 towers. And if you're on the other side of that tower looking this way, it's the moon. you know, it's literally like the sun's coming up one side, the moon's going down the other side. What's in between? Death.
Hmm.
Because that's what the
Yeah.
sunrise and the sunset is. It's all about, death and rebirth. But yeah, the biggest message right here is stop fighting the stuff that you need to release. It's just time to let it go. And
Hmm.
I love that if you really look into the eyes of death here, you do see a sweet, sensitive soul. It's not anything to fear. So there you go. There you go, Judy, Mitch, and V. That was for us. Lots of nines of coins. It literally flew
Right.
out of the deck. All right, oh, Susanna.
Okay. So Susanna, let's see. For you.
And this is number 6 for anybody else who's joining in.
All right, Susanna, 7 of Cups. All right, you got a lot of stuff in front of you. You have a lot of things that you have your hand in. Are you making any headway? My card for multitasking. Sometimes if we have a lot of things that we're trying to task to do, it takes us actually longer to get done because we're doing a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit here. When sometimes we can just focus on one or two things, get those things completely done and off of the board, and then we can focus on something else. Okay. Sometimes when we have too many windows open, so to speak, too many tabs open, we can lose track of what our goal is, how much time we're putting into it, and then we can get so discombobulated and we're just kind of feel like we're in this whirlwind. All right. So if you're needing to cut down on the things that you have your energy invested in them, start taking a look at that. Okay. Figure out what's most important, prioritize, and start there. Okay. As soon as you cross one thing off, you can add another to the list. All right. But yeah, that's what I got.
Cool. And then from me, the sun, and continue to stay in the place of positivity with the direction that you're heading. If you, and like V was saying, and again, that card, 7 of Cups, is often, it's like the kid in the candy store. He's so excited, he freezes because he doesn't know what to get first, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, one at a time, in my hypnotherapy training, my teacher always said, chunk it down, and I have to, every once in a while, I literally just spin my wheels at my desk at work. And I'm like, okay, one thing, make a list, start at the top, prioritize, and then go for it. And then here's again with the sun card, just continue to see that the sun is rising at the end, that the sun is there,
Mm-hmm.
and just say, you know what, I can get this done. I've done it before, I'm going to do it again. And this is a 19, which boils back down to 10, which is also a 1. So this is about starts and beginnings. So pick one thing at a time and go for it there. So there you go, Susanna. And Judy, I read your message. You know, Judy said she just took her wedding ring off, and you know what? That is like was that the 2 9 of coins? Because
That's cool.
here's the thing that I often 9 of coins in the olden days was
Mm-hmm.
sometimes called the kept woman,
Yes.
because unfortunately back in those days the women were just staying at home and taking care of the house, the home, the kids. I look at that 9 of coins now, 9 of pentacles now, and I think this is a woman who's got it all and she's doing it all. There's nobody else in the picture. She's bringing home the bacon Friday, she's doing everything.
Yep.
But so she is by herself at that point, and then with the death card coming in, taking off that ring, that wedding ring, definitely, shows that. And then for Susanna, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're
Um,
welcome.
Thank you so much. Bye, Chantal.
Bye, Chantel.
Oh, everybody, let's just send Chantal and her dog just some beautiful energy. Allow them to accept it as needed. She said her dog's not feeling well. I know that feeling, working with those animals. So Susanna, thank you. I hope that resonated. We're going to Eliza next, and then Nicole.
Right, Eliza. All right, so Eliza, for you, we have the 3 of Cups. All right, this is about socialization. This is about getting with friends, being able to vent, being able to laugh, have a good time. It's time for you to shake off some stagnant energy and drink. Yes, shake off some stagnant energy. All right, it's time for you to let your hair down and just relax in the company of other people. Okay, you don't have to talk about work. You don't have to talk about life. You could just have good laughs, have good conversation. It's really time for you to have some lighthearted fun. Community is important. Safely, of course, but it is important. Okay.
All right. And then from me, Eliza. Oh, teacher. I love this card. This is Rachel Pollack, who's one
Mm-hmm.
of our pretty much every tarot reader's mentor, teacher. She has written so many books. So, Eliza, I think as you're doing what you're doing, like what V was saying, take this time. And I think you are the teacher at this point. So, really take the time to instill, bequeath, give, impart knowledge and wisdom on those around you. And I love that Rachel is sitting here with all these books and they're wide open. Rachel is an author, but not just tarot books, but there's also, I think it's some nonfiction stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And as we're, stepping into June, Pride Month, Rachel's life, which there's not a lot of public stuff about her life, but one of the forerunners, front runners of, the LGBTQ plus world. Yeah. So definitely impart that wisdom and knowledge on those around you. And Spirit just said, make sure you listen as much as you talk. So make sure you
Mm,
listen as much as you talk. So, all right. So thank you, Eliza. And Mara, you said that resonates with you. Great.
awesome.
Yay. Thank you, Mara. And Eliza, hope that made some sense.
Eliza said crone time, but laugh while they ignore your perfect advice.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, and I tell you, I think Rachel Pollack would embrace the crone. I truly do. It's so funny because when you said that, I keep forgetting it doesn't show up here. And hey, Norm, I don't know if we said hey, Norm. Norm said better late than never, but I'm glad you're here, buddy.
Yes, Norm.
All right, last one, Nicole.
All right. Let's see. So for Nicole and all the number eights out there, all right, we have the temperance card.
Ah,
All right, this temperance is about balance and moderation. There's this element of transmutation that's happening, you moving from one thing to the next or shifting one thing to the next, but it takes time. All right, it takes patience, it takes balance. You can't do it all in one fell swoop. Okay, so stop chastising yourself, thinking that just because you got started on something is going to turn over the next day. This is something that's going to be a transition and it's going to flow as long as you allow it to flow and take your time in it. The wings here of this angel are saying that you're divinely protected, you're moving in the right direction, but you have to go with the universe, with the divine, in order for this thing or you yourself to move and transition. There has to be this back and forth that happens, you taking turns. All right. But this is saying that, with the sun and these sunflowers, beautiful things are on the way. Um, it's just about you pacing yourself. Okay.
cool.
So,
And then from me, Seven of Pentacles. And as you pace yourself, as those beautiful things are coming, make sure you tend to your garden, make sure you water it. And I love some of the traditional meanings of this where there's a abundance of fruits and vegetables, but it's like they're not in the basket. You've got to do the work. There's lots of low-hanging fruit. So tend to the garden, but make sure you also are ready to pick it and take it home and cook it and eat it and use the sustenance from it. So don't just think it's going to end up magically, on your kitchen table kind of a thing. And I love the kind of the image here of this person just, you know what, I'm going to water my garden, everything's going to be fine, I trust that it's going to grow, I trust that it's going to
there you go.
grow. And I'm really drawn to what you said about the wings showing that they're protected. So, I feel like that's part of it too, protecting what it is that you are growing and putting your attention to. So
Mhm.
cool. Well, hope that resonated with you. Um,
Yeah.
Nicole, it's like, who was that last one? Nicole. Ooh, and that is it, people. It's almost 8 o'clock. So
We
another
made
night, I know, another night of shenanigans.
shenanigans.
So V, what you got going on? We talked a little bit at the beginning, but what else do you have going on in your life that people might want to get a part of?
So, first thing, my Cosmic Star Confidence course is done. And so I will be giving more information about that in the next couple of weeks. June. But before that, I am having a free 3-day intuitive immersion. So if anybody wants to join me for 3 days of just um, exercises that deal with your intuition, being able to strengthen and trust and build your intuition, knowing what it is, your third eye, all of that kind of good stuff, and just having some fun, going through that, definitely join me. I'll put a link in here for that. It's June 2nd through the 4th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's happening on Facebook, so you guys are already in the right place for it. Um, like I said, the course itself will be launching June 17th. So it's 4 weeks of for your confidence, so you can move from the should life to the good life. Okay. Outside of that, I am open for readings. If you guys are looking to have your 3 months, the third quarter, which is July, August, and September, read to the boots, contact me. That is the Clockwork Tea third quarter Q3. That's the doors are opening for that tomorrow, June 1st. So you guys can get all your information for July through September. Yes. Um, yeah, that's what I got going on.
Nice. So, and then I put in my virtual tip jars, the PayPal and the Venmo. V will put hers in. And you guys, if you want to support us, one of the easiest ways to do it is just like and share anytime we put stuff up there. Somebody was liking, because we already have 1,461 likes or hearts. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That makes a huge difference for the algorithms out there and stuff like that. And then just when we post stuff, share it. You can share this video on your site. You can say, hey, you guys, if you want to get a little random reading, pick a number 1 through 8 and watch this. And then also you'll see I put another link that has the TSS Mitchell. If you click on that, it will take you to the Tarot Summer School, and you can see the 12 different courses being offered. You can buy a la carte, whichever one you want, or you can do the whole thing by using that link. Then it goes through my affiliate, which is kind of cool and helps out. But yeah, and then I'm available for readings, virtual ones. I'm booked out about 3 weeks, but you can always go to my tarot spread store, mitchellosborn.com, click on the tarot store, and pick from over 50 spreads. Find one that's kind of resonating with what's going on in your life. And I usually get that back within 1 to 3 days. If you hit me in the right spot, I usually can get it back in less than 12 hours. If you get it to me like on a Friday night, Saturday morning, I usually can get it done. But also you can get Lenormand readings or just a 1 question, 2 question. You supply me with the questions and I pull the cards. So Cheryl, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, yes.
Yay. Nicole, thank you. I'm glad and hope that resonated with you. So everybody, it is that time. It is 57 minutes. It's 8 p.m. on Memorial Day, May 31st, 2021. Tomorrow starts Pride Month, June the 1st. We are getting to the halfway mark of 2021. So this month is an 11 month because it's the 6th month and it's a 5 year. So that does boil back down to 11, which is kind of cool. So 11 is that master love, illumination, inspiration messenger, the number of light, one who raises consciousness of reform of the world's problems. They uplift others. They're inspired by teaching the truth out there. So yeah. So have a great month.
Woo, woo.
Emily.
Hey, Emily. Love you, Cheryl. Love you, Maria.
And Emily, put a link to your deck. Oh my gosh. It's Simplicity Tarot, right? Am I saying it? Is that it?
Yes, and I have my copy right here. This is the rose red. Right here, right
Yeah.
here.
Yay. And V used that maybe a week or two ago. Jonathan James
Yes.
Daly, thank you so much. Always good to see you. All right. I'm going to say namaste, which basically in my language, Mitchell Osborn language, means the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me sees and recognizes the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in you. Namaste.
And I say, namaste.
All right. Bye,
Have a
guys. See
great
you in 2 weeks. 2
day.
weeks.
Too.